Hello, my VIPs. I'm getting this in. This is an unprovoked Will Smith because it was most voted on my community post. I was supposed to do this earlier because a whole day has already passed, but I didn't because I had work. So yeah, let's just get into it. What is it gonna take for this man to finally leave this woman and to actually live his life and find happiness? This goes the same for Jada. What's it gonna take for her to leave this man and find happiness separately? Be individuals again, because marriage is definitely not going out for you. Over the years, you're showing more and more how unhappy you are with each other, and it's very annoying to see in the public eye. I'd rather see anything else. Like, I was just like, it's just like, hey, it's not exactly like Krishan and Blueface. Theirs is very disturbing of how horrible people really are, but with Jada and Will Smith, it's like they're giving us the realness of how marriage can be for two unhappy people. But like, I don't know, after a while I don't want to really see this anymore. And I say this shit not because I'm searching it up. I'm actually deleting all this shit about them and it's still coming up. I mean, they're two very popular actors, so of course they're gonna be in the media, and ever since that Oscar slap thing, oh, they're definitely gonna be in the media very oftenly. But I'm tired. Like, damn, the fuck. I don't want to go on my I don't even go on the news. I go on Twitter. I go on my social media thing, so it's gonna show up, right? But even on YouTube doesn't usually show that shit as oftenly. If you do it right, if you click the videos that you actually like, YouTube's not gonna actually show you like the news of, like, let's say celebrities all that much, unless it's like random after months of it happening. So for it to show up on my YouTube as often as it did, I'm like, I'm so sick of this shit. I'm deleting it everywhere, and yet it still keeps popping up. What the fuck? But anyways, let's go into the Chris Rock and Will Smith slap. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have an opinion about it. Chris Rock himself is very much a weirdo. Him making that joke was like, it wasn't funny. That's the biggest issue I have with it. It was not funny, mainly because I would see if Jada herself made the joke. Then it would be funnier, because she herself is like, even though it pained her, she's trying to get past it by, making comedy out of this joke. But Jada is not a comedian. She's an actress, and her having this alopecia problem and her having to shave her hair bald, it has affected her beyond all means, because she's always had hair. Like, literally, even in the show when she was younger, I'm probably gonna have it wrong. Oh no, I forgot it. I didn't watch it as oftenly. It did have Tupac in it for a moment, and her, when they were like younger, like my age, I think, when they filmed the show. But ever since then to now, she's always had hair. So for her to suddenly not have it because of alopecia, it's really affected her. And then him making that joke, it's like, it would be different if it was actually funny. But even Will, when he laughed, he forced out that laugh. It was not funny at all. And then the whole thing with Chris Rock, this is not a Chris Rock video, oh, by the way. I'm just saying my unpopular opinion is that he should have been slapped before. Probably not by Will. Honestly, if Jada had slapped him, it would make more sense. Will slapping him is kind of like, I see what you did there, but honestly, it would make more sense if Jada did it. Now, I'm not saying it would be completely 100% correct, like right, morally, but it would make more sense is what I'm fucking saying. Because him doing it, for his wife, because of a ill-equipped joke, ill joke, nah, that's not really, it wasn't really necessary. It fucked with him, actually. If it ruined his stance on things. Will Smith is a popular actor. He is more popular of an actor than Jada is of an actress. Like, he legit has films. People see him in a movie, they will watch the movie just because he's in it. I am one of those people. My family are, they're those people. We'll watch it because Will Smith's in it. Unless it has like not bad ratings, but weird shit in it that we heard on the news, then probably not. Probably just see his moments in it. But other than that, he is a very popular actor. For him to do that, and then for him to like basically get dropped out of fucking movies and roles because of it, it's like you really look back at it and you see why he did it. But also, I don't just think that he did it for Jada. I think he dead ass did it because of his own mental health breakpoint. Like, he's been trying to impress this woman so much ever since the whole 2020 thing happening with her sleeping with August Alsina and him talking to August Alsina and allowing August Alsina to just screw his wife, basically becoming a cuck. that has really just shown you that he is not mentally okay. Okay, Will Smith even admits at one point that he did not want to be on this plane of existence anymore. And you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say the word, but he didn't want to be here anymore. If you catch my fucking drift, he legit was on the deep end, lowest of, you know, the mental health pole, very much on the bottom, below sea level. So for him to already have reached that point, you can see that he has not really recovered from it. And from people, I've never had this whole thought process of it, so I can't full blown relate. But from people who have been on that deep end as well, it's not really easy to recover from it. In fact, it's damn near like you can't really recover from thinking like that. Like that's your lowest day, your lowest hour, your lowest week, your lowest month, your lowest year. That is the lowest your mindset has gone to, where you don't want to be here anymore. So it's very hard to recover from that. So for over the years from 2020 to 2023, we're just witnessing a man who is desperately trying to impress his wife and recover from his deepest, darkest hour, or just like I said, day, month, week, year. And yet we see his wife repeatedly tell the public that she don't like him. She does not like this man. And she is in this whole damn near a contract where she cannot divorce this man, and he's not going to divorce her. So it's kind of, that's uncomfortable. That's very uncomfortable, first of all. Second of all, it's clear neither of you are actually happy. And third of all, it's very weird for a bunch of strangers to know that you are unhappy and to see it in multiple ways, to hear about it, for you to be telling us that you are not happy. Like, damn, you do realize, like, that's the thing is, there are people who genuinely know you and love you who will hear about the same shit, hear about how you both are just going through the worst of times, and they're just kind of like, well, it'll probably be best if you guys separate, or hey, what's really going on? And then it's like, they don't even have to ask what's really going on. They already know through the public. That's a problem. Your loved ones should not be knowing through public eye. They should be knowing first. And I feel like their loved ones are knowing through public eyes because of how much is in the public. It shouldn't be in the public this much. You know, doing interviews, Jada's doing interviews. Baby, why aren't you doing movies? Where are you at? Well, you're a whole actress. Why aren't you doing movies or TV shows? You took a break to make interviews about how you feel about your marriage, when I feel like that most of what you're saying, Will doesn't even know. When it comes to Will Smith, he is very quiet about things, which is like, it's good that he is. It is his business after all. Like, we don't really, they're celebrities. Their life is going to be in the public, but we don't need to know everything. And it's good that he don't tell us everything. He shouldn't have to tell us anything. Neither should she. But anyways, yeah, it's just a man who, that's how I view Will, as a man who has been heavily depressed before, is still depressed. It's very hard to get over depression. In fact, I don't think you ever really get over it. It's not really something that happens where you can easily get over it, or even get over it at all. You will always remember it as some of your darkest times. So for him to have gone to the lowest of the low, considered it, even if you considered it, like you didn't try it, but you considered it, your mental health is low. So it's like, for him to go through that, and yet his wife is repeatedly in the public talking about how much she doesn't fucking like him. It's like, do you not realize this man was at his breaking point before? You're gonna bring him to his breaking point again, and she practically already did by the Oscars. And it's crazy because I'm not gonna completely blame Jada for that. It's not like she asked him to do that. They literally panned on them for like a good 2-3 minutes, and we did not see her lips move at all to say, hey, Will, go slap Chris Rock. So it's not like she told this man to do so. He did it because of how she was feeling about a joke. He did it for her. However, you know, he's doing this to impress you, so it's not completely your fault much at all. However, it's the fact that he's trying to impress you so bad, and he is literally trying to make you happy and fight for your defense. It's like, he shouldn't even feel the need to do that in this sense. Like, he's your husband. He's gonna feel the need to do so, but to do it in this sense to where he has to defend you by publicly slapping a grown-ass man as a grown-ass man himself, that's an issue. And y'all need to talk about your stance in each other's lives. They probably have already multiple times, but the fact is that you are still announcing to the world how you feel about this one man you've been with for years. Your kids are grown. That's how you know y'all have been together for years, right? You have been married for a long time. Both of your kids, I have seen them in movies. I have grown with them. And I, myself, Saying grown is crazy. They're young adults. They're older than me though. So it's like that's the thing. I am an adult, but they are also adults and they are older than me. Y'all been together for a long ass time. Maybe not even maybe, it is time to call it clips on your whole marriage and relationship. Um, After this moment, I feel like it's gonna be hard to become friends, but I feel like it's possible for Will and Jada. This wasn't an unprovoked about Will and Jada, it was mainly about Will. But when you come to the idea of how Will is as a person, he is very beloved as an actor. Like I just said earlier, people will literally watch a movie just to see him. People will watch a TV show just to see him in it. You know, people will watch Will Smith be in most things. If he was in interviews like talking with, they would watch it. They will watch it. They would tune in for real. He is very much a charismatic person. He's a very good actor. He legit has been in the public eye for years. And to see him basically be talked about in ways like this is it's very weird. Cause he never really he really don't address it like talking with. And even to see some uncomfortable moments like during pandemic when she would film him and he would look mildly uncomfortable, he would look like he just had a mental breakdown and he's still trying to recover from it. And I'm just like, why you got this camera in this man's face like that? What the hell did y'all do? Argue? But there's no indication that they argue. She's just putting the camera in his face. And it's like, do you not see that this man is like fucking broken? He's broken. Like, or he's on the verge of being broken. And you're shoving this camera in his face. Why? The paparazzi already does this. So why are you as his wife doing that? And then even on the whole thing where they live in separate houses. And I know I didn't really go in on the whole him and August Alsina talking and him being okay with August Alsina being in their lives. But should I do an unprovoked about August Alsina? It'll mainly be about this situation. It's a few other situations as well. But I'm gonna touch a little bit more on the August Alsina thing. This is probably gonna be long. My Unprovoked series is they're never really not series videos are never really that long anyways. Him being okay with him doing that is crazy. Him talking to August Alsina is crazy. You're more willing to slap Chris Rock than you are to slap August Alsina. One, the reason why I believe that he should have, scolded at least August Alsina, because he ain't even do that shit. August Alsina would have said he scolded him. Okay, he ain't say that shit. Bro, the reason why I think he should have at least scolded August Alsina if he wasn't going to slap him is because August Alsina did not come into their family and their lives to screw his wife, In fact, he was invited in by Jaden. He was a friend of Jaden, the son, right? He never came in as a dude who was going to screw the mother of the family. Never did. Never fucking did at all. It's very fucking awful that he even did to begin with. And honestly, he should have been hounded and kicked out of the family the moment that was happening, Because I know it's uncomfortable. I gotta talk to my friend who's screwing my mom. Bitch, no the fuck I would not be okay with that. Who would? The fact that anyone would is blasphemous to me. What the fuck? Ew. That type shit. But it's Will not having too much of, it's by how it sounded, he didn't have too much animosity. I wasn't there. I don't know how much animosity Will Smith had towards August Alsina during that time, but by how August Alsina is saying it, he's saying it as if Will had no beef whatsoever. It's crazy, right? How do you have more of an issue about Chris Rock and you damn near ruin your career slapping another grown-ass man for an awful fucking joke? But you're not willing to slap a man who came into your house as a supposed friend of your son's and end up screwing your wife? You ain't gonna do shit? You just gonna let it happen? Yeah, you're not okay, bro. You're not okay. Something's wrong. Something is deadly wrong with you. Like, you need help, okay? What made it worse is that he came in and August Alsina was basically a broken man too. Had a lot of trauma. And he came in and your wife is offering to help him. I don't know if she has a degree when it comes to therapy. If she does, then I guess it makes more sense as to why she was trying to help August Alsina when it comes to the mental battle within his head. But if she doesn't have a degree in therapy and she's just talking to him about his problems, that's very fucking suspicious. Why are you talking to this man about his trauma and issues? Yes, you can be a support system, but it should never have delved into you screwing him. Like, you over here taking pictures at this red carpet event with him, and y'all be looking like husband and wife, like newlyweds. That's gross. In fact, saying newlyweds is crazy. She visibly looks older than him, so it's even worse. There's so many problems with August Alsina and Jada, and there is even more of an issue with Will Smith's response. I can understand wanting to be mature, but it's the fact that you weren't mature at the Oscars. So why are you mature when it comes to this situation? Shit, ain't nobody gonna have an issue with you having a problem with this dude who come up into your family and screwing your wife. Nobody's gonna have an issue with you over that shit. It makes sense to have a problem with that shit. Like, but like, you just allowing shit now. And now I'm gonna, cause I should make a whole separate video about August Alsina and Jada, right? But this is just all around. This is all around, okay, for Will Smith. Mainly the whole situation happening. Now this is the final thing, his response, where he's basically like saying a speech. It's like a love you letter to his wife, that he is always going to be in her life, always love her, always be by her side. Basically, it's like he's re-saying his vows. And this is after she's done multiple fucking interviews of saying how much she really doesn't actually like Will for real, how much she misses her old friend Tupac, and how she is not very comfortable in the marriage that she's in with her husband, Will, and how it sounded like she wants her life to be different. Like it's like two heavily depressed people who won't get away from each other. They're just tied. They're tying themselves when they can unravel, you know, but they don't want to unravel. They're unwilling to unravel. Or one party's more unwilling to unravel than the other. It's obvious that Will is more unwilling to unravel than Jada. If there was an option to, they probably would divorce if he was more willing to divorce. And I don't know how divorce works, just like how I don't know how marriage works. I am not only thinking I'm too young to actually experience it, but I don't even like the idea of dating right now. So the idea of marriage and divorce is not something I'm interested in. Yeah, I'm so awkward about that shit. No, it's the truth though. It's like, I don't really give a fuck about that right now. I will in my 40s or some shit like that, but not in my 20s. Come on now. But his whole response where he was just like, oh yeah, I'ma love her for the rest of my life until the day I die. Basically, that's how marriage is supposed to be, right? You are together through sickness and through health, you know, through the good times, through the bad times. You try to come together and understand each other no matter what, you know, through good weather or storm. I'm not even saying you're right, but you catch my drift. That's how marriage is supposed to be, right? However, it's many times it's borderline, like, is it mental abuse? Could that be labeled as their relationship in a way? Or sometimes where it's shown in their relationship? Emotional abuse? Is that a better term for it? It just seems very unhealthy, you know, to just stick beside somebody who is so willing to talk down on y'all's situation like this. And it's basically showing the world how unhappy they are to be with you. And you are showing the world how happy or how in love you still are with this person after all these years. Whereas this person is showing that they have love for you, but they are not in love with you anymore. It's haunting to see. It's depressing. I don't know everything. I'm glad I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. Please do not inform me of anything further of these people. I know I'm doing a video about them, but like, after this one, I'm gonna try to delete as much as I can because I don't want to fucking hear about these people anymore. Stop putting it on my feed. I know they're popular. I know they're popular actor and actress couple with fucking popular ass kids. I know, but I don't want to hear no more of this shit, okay? Gosh, stop it. Just stop it. It's depressing every time I see it. These are two unhappy, depressed ass people who are unwilling to divorce. Stop showing this to people, god damn it. You could say this is the real of marriage, but honestly, it just makes me think that they are just making themselves even more depressed by being unwilling to actually go after what they want to do in their life individually. You were individuals before your marriage. It's not impossible to become individuals again. You know, you're always gonna have this person in your life. They are literally the, you know, father / mother of your children. Your children are always gonna be in your lives. That's what's gonna bring y'all together. But other than that, it's like, dude, you can still find your own happiness without this other person. Please do that. It's very much advised. Please do that, Will. Please do that, Jada. But anyways, that's the end for the video. Thank y'all for watching, and may peace be with you for an eternity.